In disappearance, man does not cease to be. In his disappearing, the idea of man does not discontinue. As the day disappears only to reappear in its proper periodic interval, so must man reappear. All appearances and disappearances are periodic. Also, are all reappearances periodic. Appearances and disappearances are but moving points in the cycle of mind. In this universe of motion, creating things do not pause at any point. There are no created things. There are but creating things, ever integrating, ever moving, ever evolving, in the integration and the assembling of the ideal of themselves. No form of life has been created. It is creating. Nothing has been. All things are being. Evolving idea into form is a positive action requiring the creative intelligence of imagination. A man who only has great knowledge has a negative possession. Poor is he indeed. A man who has great imagination has a positive, dynamic possession. Rich he is, for knowledge is within him, and of certainty he shall find it. Knowledge of existence is not acquired from without, it is recollected from within. When man learns new things, he is but recollecting old experiences of his thinking, thought by him before in higher octaves. Man is not deceived about the elusive, non-permanent quality of the evolving ideas of his own thinking. He knows that they will soon pass and that he cannot hold their evolving forms in suspension, unchanging, for one instant. The relative scale of man's objective universe deceives him as to the illusion of his evolving ideal. The universal mind thinks ideal into form exactly as man thinks ideal into form. The universal one cannot hold the evolving form of divine ideal in suspension any more than man can. There is but one process of thinking, for there is but one mind. There are not two minds nor two methods of thinking, nor are there two sets of laws governing thinking, nor are there two separate substances, nor two separate things, nor two separate beings in the universe. All thinking is universal thinking. All thinking things are thinking in unison. All are creating that which they are thinking. All thinking things are self-creating. All thinking things are creating all things. Man is his own creator. Man is the creator of all that is. This shall man know when he shall think within in the higher octaves of light of his inner mind. When man shall know the language of the universal one of whom he is a part, then shall he know the voice of the universal one. The still small voice within, universal man, speaks to him in the language of light, in words of tones, in the speed of light. Within the heart of thinking man, the silent voice has forever asked, "Who am I?" Since the beginning man cried aloud, "Who am I?" And the voice answered, "Thou art I, the universal one, am thou whom thou art, creating in my image." The voice within man, insatiable, asks forever, "Who am I?" And the still small voice answers, "I am I. I am I whom I am creating. I am the universal I. I am all that is and thee. I am he that is one with me. I am the empire of I that am I. Since the beginning, the voice within man asks, "Whence came I?" And the voice forever answers, "I am of the universal passion of creation. I came from God. I am of God. I am soul, record of ideal. Where God is, I am. Where I am, there God is." Within man the voice of long ages demands, "What am I?" And the familiar voice answers, "I am of the body of God, born of his substance. God is mind, I am mind. God is truth, I am truth. God is love, I am love. God is life, I am life. God is light, I am light. God is power, I am power. What God is, I am. What he commands, I command. My purpose is his purpose. God lives in me. My inheritance is from God and of God. He gives all to me. He withholds nothing. The divinity of me is thine and mine. It is that which is recorded within the soul of me. It is the Holy Spirit within the sanctuary of me. I am an ideal of thine. The body of me is the ideal of the soul of me. It is mine and thine. I am the master sculptor. My body is the plastic clay. My soul is the mother mold of my body, the matrix for my regeneration. I am what I am. I shall be what I desire to be. What I am, I have desired to be. I am the sum of my own desire. I am thou, creator of myself. Thou art I, creator of all. I am thou, creator of all, for thou hast made it known in my heart that I am not of myself alone. I am thou, and thou art I. I am of the farthermost star and of the blade of grass in my dooryard. I am of my brother and of the mountains. The ecstasy of my thinking varies the spectra of 10 times 10 billion stars and illumines the ether of endless space. My thinking has created all that is. My thinking is thy thinking. My thinking has created all that is. I am ecstatic man. I am man, self-creating. I am God, creator of man. I am father of myself. I am son of the living God. The ends of space are mine. I shall know no limitations that are not thy limitations. Within man, the still small voice asks from the beginning and ceaselessly, "Why am I?" And the voice answers, "I am an expression of the universal passion of creation. God created me that I should fulfill his purpose. God gave me desire to create and the power of creation. God dwells within me. I shall not deny the power within me which is God within me. I shall not close the ears of my soul to the whisperings of my soul, which make me dwell on the mountaintop in ecstasy of inner thinking. The universal desire is expression of ideal through the rhythm of thinking, in accord with the law, in endless sequence throughout endless space. Within man, the ever-questioning universal voice beseeches, "Whither am I bound?" And the voice answers, "God was my beginning, is my substance, and shall be my end. From the one I came, to the one I return. I but tarry by the way to do the will of the one. I am universal man, the image of my Creator. Ecstasy and exultation attend me, for I know that all that is within me. My dwelling place is in the high heavens, on the mountaintop, above the waters and the earth. I range the high heavens in ecstasy. My feet are wings. The ends of space are mine. I sing praises unto all the universe by the way. The host of heaven rejoice with me by the way. I have denied my unity. My universality I have not known. My dwelling place was the earth. I walked the earth heavily in chains. My earth-bound feet dragged heavily after me. I wearied of the long road. My back bent with the ache of its burden. I was lonely and the way dark. I shall not deny my oneness and live in the loneliness of the dark. I shall know my universality, and I shall dwell on the mountaintop in the light of inner thinking.